Hello. Happy New Year. So, can you hear me? Hello. Let's see. Oh, there I was. Whoop. We have chat. Yes, perfect. We can zoom in and out. Nice. I hope you can hear me. It's been a while. This live stream thing. Let's see how it works. Okay, so this is a camera. Okay, light. Okay, this is a microphone. Okay. Hello, Konako, Pyro Version Man, Keltosar. Keltosar. Is that the old account? You have access again? Whoa. If that's true, that's amazing. Or did you just change the name of the new account to the same? Ah, damn it. Okay, so just rename it. Okay. Hello, Jiljan, Duik, Konako, Mamos, Trust, Pyro, Mr. Pyro Boy. Hello. I just did you come? Okay, yeah, okay. So same name. Is that account? Are you are a moderator? Yes. Okay, perfect. Okay. So let's see what's new here. Okay. There's a new make super chat more fun with gold. Some new things here in the YouTube pick a goal. Let's go. What one? I just try something new. How do you see that? Do you see something in the YouTube chat now? Goal created. Okay, that's a little. Okay, can I stop that again? Okay, I feel like it's a little pushy, right? It's kind of a goal thing where you can kind of set in some but 50. Okay, let me remove it again. Remove. Okay, disable again. Okay, that's a new feature apparently. You can do in a live stream. You can kind of set up a goal for people. Let's see if we can make it all colors. So what now? I think the goal was, the amount was pretty high. Okay. Anyway. Hello, Hangman Media. Hi all. Hope you're all good. Yes, we are good. I have my coffee and I will start up Unity right now. For you, Konako, I took the is multiplayer thing I've been working on. I put that on in a branch and I will get back to it because I need to make something else. Well, it's boring to look at that in this live stream. So I put that in a branch and I will get back to it. And I think actually I'm going to do it in another way. Because that is simpler. It's specifically for this is multiplayer thing because it's not something that changed, so it doesn't have to be a synchronized value, really, because the game know what the player pressed, so I can make that easier. Some of the other ones we will have the same problem as we have with this one, but yeah. Anyway, so let me maybe first do a little status thing. Because it's the first live stream in a long time, and it's the first live stream maybe for a lot of people and also for old people. Hello, Fearless Studios and Costa Graphic and Patrick Vicious. I'm so bad at names. For the new ones here, I'm bad at names. Hello, Patrick. Thank you for the following. Yeah, what's your next update plan? Exactly. So, let me just close the door a little bit. Should we do some little more up-tempo music? Is it a little too boring? Maybe this is too much. It's a little more. Anyway, yeah, exactly. Mod.io 2, blah, 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 all that. Well, January and actually also December, leading up to December, I spent, you know, the 2 years prior to that for making this new multiplayer version. And the multiplayer version is much more than just multiplayer. Okay, that music is a little confusing. Let's back in tempo again. So that new, but this is also a little boring, isn't it? Can we get some kind of in between? Okay, we'll try this one. Anyway, so I spent the 2 years on the multiplayer update. Oh, Elmo Plays donated €2. Thank you. Thank you for being such a cool developer. Thank you. And thank you for the donation. And thank you for buying the game, I assume. My Oculus Quest 2 is waiting. Yeah, there's so many things. Anyway, thank you, Elmo, once again. So I spent the 2 years on doing this multiplayer version. And as you know, the multiplayer version is not just the multiplayer version. Actually, a lot have changed. The UI and a lot of things underneath had to change. Something had to change and something I wanted to change. Like the UI was not necessary, but I needed a UI that could be a little more expanded because, you know, I needed more, for instance, more settings and a lot of new stuff that will come in the future. Like more settings, rebindable controls, yada, yada, yada. So I spent all my time doing that. Then released that version in December, and then the first few weeks spent on, you know, bug fixing and stuff like that. And then mid-December and then until now, I haven't done a lot on the game. I mainly fixed, you know, critical bugs, but spent most of the time helping out people, creating new videos for the mod tools, sending out keys to doing marketing stuff, you know, like sending out keys to content creators and stuff like that. So not a lot have happened in the game the last month or two. Also, it's been Christmas where I tried to, you know, be a little more with the family and not work so much. But now I'm getting a little back to do some more actual work on the game, as you know, the high season is ending now for fireworks. At least for the majority of people. Anyway, so I think actually it's not like I have a big, I can show you this one here. It's not like I have a big, let's see here where it is. Wasn't it in the December one? Let's see. Yeah, okay. So here, what's next? So let me see if I can switch to this, and I think I need to have, okay, we have a camera on. Okay, so that's fine. Oh, okay. So I haven't updated the roadmap with these things because they are too specific. And they are not the only thing that's gonna happen, and the order is not gonna happen like this, I guess. But the first part of the year, I think, will be kind of boring from a player's point of view because I have to upgrade some things. I have to. Well, right now I have a version where I fix some things with the lighting, and we'll get back to that when some other things, some bugs. But the majority of my time here, starting from now, will be on. Thank you, Elmo Plays, for the subscription. Will be spent on more internal things to be ready for you know, new features afterwards. And I know if you have been here for a while, I keep saying this, you know, I keep coming back and say, oh, now I need to do some boring stuff, and you can't see any difference, but I need to do certain things to be able to continue developing the game. Very concretely, I need to upgrade to the latest version of Unity, which is Unity 6. And now with all that out of the way, with all that fee and all that, if you heard about that, that out of the way, I can freely upgrade to Unity 6 without being, ripped off, basically. So that's good. And there are a lot of specific things for multiplayer that I need in Unity 6, and both for testing, like they have a new way of testing multiplayer stuff where I don't have to have multiple versions of Unity and have a copy of the game in Unity so I can kind of connect and do stuff, which I will do later when we need to fix a bug here in a moment. They have a new system for that. There is, I guess, also some performance thing in Unity 6 generally, I guess. But actually the majority of the one of the biggest reasons is actually that the NGO, the network for game objects that I'm using for the multiplayer part, they stopped supporting, well, the game is now on 1.11, and that's the latest version for that version of Unity that we are on now. And all the new stuff that is going into NGO is like up on 2.2 or 3 or something like now. We can't upgrade to that unless I get up to Unity 6. So there's a lot of technical stuff that needs to happen now before I can, continue developing and improving the game. Also something like, for instance, read-bindable controls. It's a feature that you just expect to be there, but it's not something that comes for free. So I think I will also look into that maybe while doing these internal things that players don't get that much. Well, read-bindable controls you get more out of than the Unity 6. You can kind of feel that because it's a setting, but it's harder than you might think, because rebindable controls, one thing is to do it rebindable. The other thing is that the tooltips in the right needs to also now dynamically update. So the right icon is shown for the key that you selected, that I didn't know ahead of time. So that needs to be dynamic. So all these minor things actually, explode in complexity. But anyway, so what I'm trying to say, first part of the year here will be internal technical thing, so I don't think there will be any major updates to the game like in the next month or two or something like that. I will most likely do some, well, I have a small update here that will come out soon, but after that I think I will mainly do this stuff. But once I upgrade to Unity 6, I will put a version of the game on the experimental branch to get you guys, some of you that wants to help out, that can then play on the Unity 6 version, so we can see if there's any bugs or whatever. It's always, upgrading Unity can be good and be funny sometimes. Anyway, what are you saying here? Amnesty currently maintaining model, blah blah blah. That's not for me. I was gonna send super chat, but can't use PayPal, which is odd. I can use PayPal for gifting membership. Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna let us build our own pipeline anyway. So concretely, so just to say some of the things that I expect to be, I will look into this year is, first of all, there is this upgrade to Unity 6, because we need to have the latest NGO, as I said before, which is then again needed to do multiplayer improvements. There are still a lot of the multiplayer thing that I think it's too chunky for the clients and the physics, and you can't stand on for instance, a big rocket and then fly with it. It's something that you would expect to be able to do, and it's annoying you can't do it. So yeah, there are some multiplayer stuff that I would like to fix. Then ragdoll physics for player. That is actually something that I think could be fun to have in the game. Emotes, very important. You can clap and dance and whatever, something like that. Fly mode is very requested and have been requested for a long time, so I have to figure out something now. The thing is that I can't figure out what we need, and you will most likely say both, but it's not the same. Fly mode I see as a thing where you actually with your character fly around, so you can get up on stuff and do stuff and spawn stuff in the air and blah blah blah, which is fine and helpful in some ways, but a drone mode could also be fun, where you actually stand on the ground and then your character gets like a remote in the hands, and then you see it and you control it from the drone's point of view. I don't know, the fly mode can kind of solve both problems, but it's also, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, somehow you need to be able to fly around and do, so you can do some kind of, I would like people to be able to do some more cinematic shots of fireworks, you know, like fly around and then have the mouse move more smoothly, so you can get these nice cinematic shots. Anyway, firing system, very important. It's also something that is very important, something that is, it wasn't as a mod before, but it's something that should be in the game. And right now, due to some issues with NGO, that I'm hopefully also gonna have Unity fix and figure out something, some way, which is blocking modders from doing a lot of multiplayer stuff. It's very, very annoying, and it's something I can't really fix. We need to have Unity's help for that. But anyway, firing system is also something I will be working on. But it will be later in the year, I guess. But I want to have it some native in the game, because it needs to be part of the game. You know how it. And when I say a firing system here, I'm actually talking a little broader than just like an actual firing system, like, you know, something with you can click one and then that it goes off, and it's also we need more tools to be able to do shows. Right now, the main focus has been on, you know, exploding stuff and all that fun thing. That's fine, but there's also the other part of the players, and yeah, both players are there. You know, the ones that want to destroy and the ones that want to build shows. But anyway, there needs to be something to make it possible to build better timed shows, or actually completely timed shows. And it could be something like a grid, a better way of rotating, fuses that you can set a specific time on, and stuff like that. Something different features that will help make a show, basically. But exactly what it will be, I don't know yet. We will do it together. I will share what I'm doing, and we can have feedback and testing and all that. Yeah, some timeline thing. And then also, you know, you can add on some stuff like you have done, Gonako. That can be part of it, because I can build some kind of default thing, and then modders can build stuff on top of that. But again, with the NGO thing, everything is very limited for modders. Yeah, drone race game. Yeah. I think the drone thing could be funny, you know, also standing there and then you can hear, and then it's a drone from another plane coming and looking at you and then fly away or something like that. I just think it could be pretty cool. Anyway, then there's another thing, update to the latest Mod.io SDK. And that is, it's half and half, some technical stuff and half something that you as a player actually get some out of. Well, in the end, you get something out of everything, because, you know, it's a requirement to keep developing features. But this specific with the Mod.io SDK will hopefully make the integration with Mod.io better, and the UI much better. Hopefully, I will do what I can at least, because right now the UI is very old. The SDK I'm using now is like 1.0 and it's now on 3.0. It's like 5 years old or something like that. And that's why, you know, when you click on the collection tab, the game just freezes if you have a lot of mods and stuff like that. It's just so annoying. It's not very good to use that UI we have in the workshop right now. And if you have been here for a while, you can also see that it's the exact same UI as there were in the previous version like 2 years ago. So internally, I'm using the SDK and doing some stuff better to load mods faster, which is another thing I also need to improve. But the UI is the same. So anyway, I need to upgrade that Mod.io SDK to the latest version. That will eventually give a new mod workshop UI. Rebounder controls, as I said before, it's something that the people, there's actually one giving a negative review because of rebounder controls. That's not why I'm adding it. It's because actually something that a lot of people have been asking for. So so I will have to look into that. Initial controller support. It's also something that I think I can, as part of rebindable controls, I have to do some changes to how the controls are done in the backend system. And by doing that, I think I can also do at least a partial controller support easier. And then maybe not have controller like you can navigate the UI with the controller, but maybe you can move around, a virtual mouse or something like that. It's not the best controller integration, but I could imagine that something like that could work and not be that complicated to do. But let's see. Dedicated server support. It will be an ongoing thing. I worked on it a little last year, and then I had to put it aside for a while because the dedicated server it was kind of working, but it was not working super well. And the problem with dedicated server is that it's not just about getting the dedicated server to work. It's as much it's equally important to have the tools to be able to run a dedicated server. If you can't kick people, if you can't have admins, if you can't vote for kicking people, and you can't clean up on something or restart at an interval or whatever, something like that. Maybe the restart could be done outside of the server itself. But anyway, the game is currently lacking features to be able to maintain and run a dedicated server. Besides the fact that it currently runs out of memory because there most likely is a memory leak somewhere. Maybe it's only Linux thing, or maybe it's something else. I don't know. But again, maintaining and running a dedicated server is very important too. Anyway. And then generally some more host maintenance tools, and that's again, it goes a little hand in hand with the maintenance of a dedicated server, because a lot of the same tools is required for a host, like be able to kick and ban people. We have that already, but it could also be nice if a host could have admins maybe too, to help out run the server. And other stuff like we already have it via the console, like a message from the server that pops up on everybody's screens, like saying, hey, shutting down in 5 minutes or something like that. They're missing UI for that, and more tools like that to maintain a server is also needed. For instance, it could be nice as a host to be able to see who spawned what and how much each player currently have spawned in the game and stuff like that, because generally the biggest problem are spammers. So to keep that under control, we need more tools for that. That was a lot of talking. Yeah, sharing admin rights on people on the server, exactly. So you kind of, as a host, you have, then let's say Red Rum is running a host, and then Kel'Thuzad joins, and they know each other, or Red Rum knows that Kel'Thuzad has been there before and he used to play nice. He can kind of promote him to admin, and so he can kick people also if Red Rum is AFK or if he sees something or whatever. But again, these tools becomes more relevant when we get to dedicated server, because the host is typically there. But I know somebody, because maybe because the dedicated server is not working yet, I have seen a lot of people just hosting big host and then be AFK because they just basically host it. Or they host it on another computer because we don't have a dedicated server. They just host a normal game and then have that computer idle and then play on another one. And then they can't kick people. They have to go to the other one to kick people. So, yeah. Anyway. So, that was... now we can go back to that one. Nice and slow. At the game for years, spotted when it first came out. Cool, Hangman Media. Yeah, I remember the Hangman name. So, okay. Let's get into Unity here. And let's fix some stuff, because I have actually been working on an upgrade for a while with some bug fixes. And then I was just about to do a tiny little thing for Gonako, some mod related stuff, and it just has been so complicated on top of me not having super much time the last week or two. So it just dragged out. So now I put it aside because it's frustrating not to be able to kind of check something off, and now I'm going back to something that I actually can check off so I can push out this thing sooner. It's not a big update, but it actually have a big impact on some of the maps because, as some of you might know, Amnesty wants darker maps, and as Amnesty is the modder with most mods, I have to listen to him, and he made some good maps together with Gonako and Kel'Thuzar, of course. But they want the to be able to at least have the option to create a map darker. So I changed some settings in that, sky system we have, which you can see here. So we're gonna look into that first. And Amnesty, you are still here, right? Because we need to be able to identify if the problem is still there. So let's take a look here. Okay, maybe I don't have the... Kel'Thuzar, have there been any updates? Let me just check. Maybe I need to get the latest version, actually. Okay, there has been some changes. Okay. I'll just build a new version of the actual mod in a moment. Anyway, let's take a look at the stuff that Amnesty is talking about. Because it is darker now, it's much darker now, but there still is an issue. If you look right up, it's too light, apparently. And it's so weird because I don't know why it's made like that, but you can set a gradient for like how the sky should look when you look straight out, and then a little up, a little up, a little up, a little up, and then if you look straight up. And you can give them different gradients, so like from dark to light blue or whatever it needs to be. Uploaded the map to the community map channel. Okay, so I can just get it from there. Okay, cool. I'll do that. Let me do that then. So in the LA Discord, right? The German map, right? The German map. Okay, yes, this one. Yes. Okay. Let me just get a new version of the map here, so I have the latest and greatest. Yeah, okay. So let me just get this. This one. Okay. So I should have the latest version now. So let's take a look. Let's make it full screen here. So we just want to fix this quickly because I expect that to be pretty easy to fix, Kel'Thuzar. But I've said that before with EnviroSky. I think EnviroSky can do a lot of stuff. It's mainly just me not knowing how it works, but it's also a little weird sometimes. I haven't tested it yet, but just a side note. What I changed in the setting with the EnviroSky, not this color thing, but I changed something else. I haven't tested it, but maybe it fixed the problem of the... maybe it fixed the problem of the custom environment sound. So you can actually have a different night and day ambient sound. in a map, because I'm doing I'm loading up some stuff that I didn't do before every time a map starts. So I think maybe I can do that, but we'll have to try it. Okay, so what you're saying, Amnesty, is that if I go to... Oh, maybe I should have... Oh, I haven't seen that before. Ooh, yes, okay. Do I have... Okay, so I have that. So I need to have the Amnesty thing and... Yes, boom, let's see. Maybe I should go out of town. Maybe too much light in here. It's so freaking dark on my machine. I can't see anything. So this is how we want it, right? It would, if you just wanted the game to be like this, it would have been a lot easier to make, because I could just have made a dark screen. I don't know if you can. Okay, it actually, I can see it on the preview that it's a little light out there on my other screen, but not on my main screen. I can't see it on my main screen. It's very... Trying to... Not even if I... Okay, I can see it a little maybe. I'm just shutting down the light because I'm getting flashed in my eyes with this light, so I can't see anything. Let me just do something here. Let me... I think I need to, because I can see it looks different on the other monitor. Let me try, and can I do that in this panel here? I think it have a lot of... I'm just trying to see if I can make it look the same here. Okay, I think this is kind of it. I don't know if it changed for you. I don't think it changed for you. I think it was only... Yeah, okay. Now I can better see it, at least on my screen. Okay, maybe I should... I need to shut this down because it's so dark I can't see anything. Okay, so what are you saying here? So I can see kind of the outline of the church now. You can see that on the stream, right? Yeah, but now at least what I have on my screen now looks more or less, because I changed the brightness on my screen here, looks more or less on from what I see on the preview, at least. And I guess what I see in the preview here is what you see in real life. Yeah, I know, Redrum, but I don't want to, I can change it in here, I know. But I want to have it on the Amnesty settings, the default one, and I also want to see how it looks without the graphics mod on. So now it's clearly darker. It's not every, just so people know, it's not every map that will be like this. The normal maps will look the same. More or less the same, at least, as they used to. So, but anyway, so the problem that Amnesty said was that up here in the top, it should be lighter. But I can't see it. Yeah, you can see the outline of the church, right? But what dark thing is it that you talk, the light thing is that you talk about, Amnesty? It was right up, right? Light on. So you say outer exposure on 10 and bloom on 5. Yeah, but people have to be able to use it anyway. See the shadows building. I can see the shadows, you mean like the outline, right? I can see the outline of the church tower here now. Yeah, exactly. But maybe because I remember you said it and I did a change. And I'm pretty sure I pushed that change, but maybe I didn't. Maybe that's why it's different. Because on my screen here, it actually looks really nice. It actually looks like, I don't know, I know that's not the case, but it actually looks like the city is kind of, you know, when you in real life, the city have this kind of glow around it from all the street lights. It looks like that here. Because if I turn around here, it's a little darker than it is over here. But anyway, it looks pretty okay to me. Yeah, I fixed that. I changed it after you said it, like first time I actually fixed it, but maybe I didn't push that change to the private one. Let me just check. Let me try again. So you will just see my face here while I can blind myself with this one. Let me. Okay, I'll bend it again and push it out on the private one. Then you can see if it's fixed on your end. Look at all the buildings, especially in town. I added emission maps. Yeah, the windows glowing there. That looks pretty nice. I will just. Should I do a little tour? Is it okay to show people? Well, I already did, but. And then let's also check that I can show that, because that's also part of the testing here, is that the normal maps look the same as they used to. So, but I'm just building a new version now, Amnesty, and then I'm pushing it out to the private one. And then we're gonna reproduce a bug so we can fix it. That's no gravity bug. Yeah, the dog came in. He wanted to join in. He actually just wanted to sleep again, but yeah, Amnesty and Bonaco and Kelusa have been working on this lately, and also on the German town map. You haven't pushed any of these updates yet, right? Yeah, the gravity feature. Yeah, that's the one we're gonna fix. That's the one we're gonna fix. I just need to build this again here. We had a funny bug the other day. Maybe I can show it. I guess here. Then Princess sent a video. I don't know if I recorded it. It could be funny to show maybe. We had a funny zero gravity bug the other day. When was it? Hello, mother. Not this one. Not this one. No. Okay, gonna. Okay, anyway. Let's see. I think yes. So see this here. So see this one here. So this bug is currently in the private version, latest build that is not released yet. So in some cases you could just throw things. Some clients would throw things and then it will just like fly forever, which gave some pretty funny effects, but it's not supposed to be like that. So, but that's what we're gonna fix, and we're gonna recreate it in a moment. So I fix this. So let's see. Okay, so it's here. Boom, boom, boom. Like that. And let's see here, this one, yep. Okay, so I'm pushing it now, Amnesty, to the private branch. Yeah, it's not supposed to be like that. Now let's see if we can recreate it. That's gonna be interesting. Okay, so it should be pushed now. Amnesty, you can try and restart Steam and then see if you get an update. Anyway, what we're gonna fix is this. First we're gonna recreate that bug we just saw, the low no gravity bug. The thing is with that one is that it's only happening on the clients. So we need to have a client going, maybe two. And right now, and this is something, as I talked about in the beginning, this to test some multiplayer stuff. Right now I have to use a tool called Parallel Sync, where I need to, which can take a copy of the Unity project of the game and then open in another editor. So I will have to have two more, so 3 Unity editors running at the same time, and then this Parallel Sync will make sure that changes I made in the main version is copied to the other ones. So kind of a manual thing that it does automatically, but it's copying over the files. So it's kind of keeping things in sync. And then I need to have these running and then start it up, all the 3 of them, and then join into the same game. And it's kind of time consuming, as you can see now. It's like booting up the other ones now. And even though they have been booting up, you know, I boot them up a lot. So it's not like it needs to generate everything. It just takes a while to do. So this is one of the things that should be better in Unity 6, because they have a new feature where I can just set up some clients. You know, I want these 2 clients, and then I can press a button and then it starts up the game and then pops up 2 more windows, which is the game, 2 client versions of the game. I haven't tested it or tried it, but I've seen it in videos and I want that feature. See, now it's come with some annoying things. I don't know what it is. Let's see. Because multiplayer, when doing multiplayer, you have to test it like in multiplayer. And specific, this bug is only happening in multiplayer. So, yeah. So this is one of the developer tool part of the Unity 6 that is gonna save me a lot of time, which is very nice, because you can see again, just waiting now, I can't do anything. I don't know how fast this other built-in tool is, but I guess it's faster. So now we have one here. So we have a client up here, and we can have the main one over here. Or we can have the main one like that. And then we're waiting on the last one that we can put down here. No, there's no gravity mod. So let's see. And we should still be live on Unity, not Unity, on, yes, we are live on Twitch, yes, and greetings from Holland, Netherlands. Hello, Patrick. You see what I mean? It's like, come on, man. But it's also terribly slow today. I think something is wrong with this one, to be honest. It usually goes quicker. But I can't even... Let's try with the 2 we have and let's see what happens. Okay, maybe it's coming now. Oh, it did stop itself? No, it's coming. No, it's not. I don't know. Nobody knows. The thing is, I think I need more than one client for this to happen, but I don't know. And just as a little developer info tip, when you're gonna fix a bug, you have to recreate it first, because else you don't know if you fixed it. So I have to be able to know how the bug can be recreated, and then I can fix it, and then I can try and recreate it again, and then don't recreate it. So let's see. Let's try with one client and then see if it works. I don't think so. So what I'm looking for here is that thing you saw in the video. If the client picks something up and throws it, it should just fly straight out without any gravity. It shouldn't, but it should in relation to us recreating the bug. No, it's nothing with the computer. The computer's fine. It's the way this works, which is a fine enough solution if you don't have anything else. But Unity have done something afterwards to fix it or make it better, I guess, because this is something you have to do all the time when you're making multiplayer, and that's also why multiplayer takes a little longer, because there are so many more things that can go wrong. Okay, so let's see. Let's just pick up. What did we? It didn't matter what we picked up last time, right? So the client is over here to the right, and the host is to the left. And by the way, now we're in here, you can see the map looks more or less as it used to. You can see it in full screen here. Up now, no, here, boom. So it looks pretty much as it used to. It's not super dark or anything. It's only something that you can decide to have if you want. And then I deleted it. Perfect. Okay, let's pick it up and throw it. So, what? Oh, not close enough. So let's see what happens. See, that worked fine. And there is one error, but that's nothing related to that. It's a UI thing. And there's no errors on the host either. So you see what I mean? Let's try, what if we can we carry one of these? So see this guy throws perfectly. You know, that works as it should. And that's why I think we need the third one. Or maybe we can also just try and join again and see if that makes any difference. Yeah, I don't think it changed a little. The base maps changed a little in relation to the darkness, but not too much. Not a lot. I don't know if I have. I don't. Okay, I don't even have the better graphics mod on here now. So it looks as it looks. So that's good. So that's fine. No, the same. But that's what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure we need to have another client. So let's see if we can boot one up. But I think, then again. And I think it's because this clone 1 that I created here, let me zoom in here. So this clone 1 here is very old. So I think that's the problem. I think it's too old. So I have to create a new one. Pyro Fanta, I love this game. Cool. Good to hear. Artemis, why create didn't removed? Huh? So anyway, now I'm creating a new clone. So now it's this parallel sync is now taking a copy of the Unity project, putting it into a clone 1, so I can start it up in a new one in a moment. And again, you might start to see why I want to upgrade to Unity 6. And at least then hope that it's better. But from what they show, it is. So bug on host, there is create when client don't have it. Huh? I'm not sure what you mean. It means the wooden box. I'm not sure what you mean. Wasn't the box synchronized? Was it not on both of them? I'm pretty sure I saw it flying on both of them. Or are you talking about something you experienced or what? Yeah, nothing. No problem with poor English. Okay, let's see. So let's do like this. Boom. And then let's create this. This will take a while because now this is the first time that this project is opened, and then it takes a while. Anyway, give me time to talk with you guys. So where you're talking in the inventory, Artemis. But actually, Keltosa is right that the host, well, it can have different, it can have local mods, but these are all running from the same folder. So actually, the local mod have it on all of, is on all of them. Can you add it to the console? What? After you joined the second time, client didn't have to create. Okay, yeah, but that's not a bug, Artemis. It's because clients don't see network items that are more than, I think it's 50 meters or something like that away, unless they are ignited, like a fireworks ignited, or they are placed statically. So if I had moved I can show you when we get in a moment again. So if I move closer with the client, he would see the crate again. And it's simply a performance optimization. So not everybody have to know about all items in the game. It becomes too crazy. So that's something I have to do to make it work with all that stuff flying around and, you know, physics and stuff like that. So it's an optimization thing I have made. So the host sees everything because the host needs to control everything, or the host calculates everything and maintain everything. But the clients only see what is, I think it's 50 meters away or 20 or something like that, 20 maybe. Unless they are statically placed or they are ignited, because of course fireworks going off on the other side of town, you want to see that because that's kind of the multiplayer experience. So yeah. So that's why. No, you didn't know, but it's not something you have to, you know, have to think about. And as a client, you don't. Maybe you have experienced it in a game, you know, when you walk up to something and then it pops up as you go in. And that is what, if, you know, a couple of people have spawned a lot of stuff and you walk up to it, it will pop up as you get closer. Yes, ignited items shows up all over there. And then, and I did that, of course, as I said, because you want to see fireworks on the other side of the town, because else the multiplayer thing becomes a little weird. That's kind of the whole idea. So anyway, let's try again. See how much freaking time I spent on this. Just getting in, man. Yeah, same for LODs. A lot of them have, like the German city district. both Amnesty and Kel'Thuzar and Guanaco all spent a lot of time putting LODs on everything, and that's level of details and stuff. So some things actually disappear from, it's not rendered by your computer when you get far enough away from it. And that's also why when you go into the M mode in some of these big maps, not in the default ones, but the ones that are even bigger, like the German ones there, things can pop in and out and you don't see everything. And that's because, again, for performance reasons, it's not rendering everything until you get fairly close to it. So yeah, welcome to game dev. So let's see. So, but we can start out by throwing a box here just to see. Throwing a box. Okay, maybe a little too far. Okay, maybe too far. Let's try again. So... okay, that's not far enough. Just want to show you that little thing. So you see now, the host can see it even though the host goes all the way down here. The host can still see it here. Let's make it daytime so it's easier to see. And then let's try and throw stuff. So the host can see it, but the clients can't. And now this client up here will go closer. And now you can see it pops up. So now we can see it up here and we can see it here, but we can't see it down here because he is too far away. As he gets closer, it pops in and out and in and out. And it's, again, it's a performance thing. So the host don't have to send everything to everybody all the time. Okay, so let's try and throw a box again. Oh, there we go. Again, it disappears due to whatever I said. So they can't see it, the host can see it, it's all the way up there. And so now we have to investigate why this is happening. Let's take a look here. No errors. Well, there's an error here, but that's some UI stuff in the main menu, nothing to do with this. Same goes for this client, but for this one, we have an issue. Coroutine didn't start because the game object pickup tool was inactive. I think I know how to fix it. So, okay, so I had an idea how to fix it already, but again, even though I had that, it's not even something I'm doing for the stream thing. I would do exactly the same if I was just, developing for myself, because you have to recreate it to be able to fix it. CR7 update, please. Well, I'm working on it. So let me say something here. Because I think what is going on here is some... yeah, it's this one. I think it's something I fixed because there was another bug where... oops. I think this is the problem. I changed something around the tools. So in the next update, as you get the next updates in some time. Well, there was a bug. So when you were rotating stuff with the physics tool, you were picking up something with the physics tool and then you hit E to kind of rotate it. Sometimes, and I can't recreate that problem, but it happened to me once or twice. It happened to Amnesty, it happened to Princess, it happened to Super. Especially to Super. He have a lot of issues with his mouth and hand coordination apparently. But anyway, so let's just start this up while we are talking. Come on. Then instead of rotating it, if there was something in the background, it would just pick that one up, and then because you were pressing the button, he would just ignite it right away. So you thought you were rotating some fireworks, but instead you were picking up something and igniting it, which can be kind of a problem if you are designing a fireworks store, for instance. It's kind of not what you want to do. So it's a bug I can't recreate it. So I don't know why it's happening, because it shouldn't. Because I already did some logic that should prevent you from picking something up when you have something when you were rotating something with the physics tool. But apparently there was a glitch in it. I couldn't recreate it, and none of the people that had the problem could kind of, do something. It happens every time when we do this and this and this. It was kind of random. So most likely it's some kind of timing issue, but I couldn't fix it. I couldn't recreate it, so I didn't know how to fix it other than what I've done now. And part of that fix created this problem. But anyway, so now when you have the physics tool in your hand, you cannot pick anything up. And I will hope that fixes the problem for people. Because again, as I said, in most cases, or in all cases, you want to recreate a bug so you know it's happening before you fix it. But in this case, I couldn't. So I had to guess. So yeah, happened to me while filling shelves. Yeah, exactly. But the video I saw of Super's issue, it looks very much like it's because he's clicking E before he's clicking on the mouse. Oh, sorry, he's hitting E before he's actually picking stuff up. But yeah, I don't know. He keeps saying that he didn't, but anyway, now when you have the physics tool, and I think it's an okay workaround, because yeah, it's fair enough. So now when you have the physics, so you can see if you have all other tools, basically you can still, I guess you can still pick stuff up, but if you are having the physics tool in your hand, you can't, and you won't get the UI for it either. But you can't pick it up now, and that is to avoid that problem. And I'll push it to the private branch and let people test it there, and then in hopefully not too far in the future, I will push this to either to everybody or to the experimental branch, so you guys can test it too. But anyway, let's see. So let's spawn a crate again, and let's take this one, and let's see. Woo. Oh yes, you see it's dropping. Boom, physics. And what about here? Physics. Boom. Again, look at the host, because they can't see it when it gets too far. Let's do it again. Boom. And we have no errors there, no errors there, no errors there. Okay. So it was that problem. The question is now if this created some other issues. I think I remember I did this owner thing because I was thinking that they didn't need to do that, but and this one doesn't. Yeah, okay, this one doesn't run that one. So, let me just check something. Just want to make sure that we don't have another problem. Let's see if this... I don't want this looking at stuff to run on all the clients. That's the ones. That one should not be running, I guess. Okay, but it do work. It does work. Okay, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Sorry, I'm back again. That was a long one. I had to talk with the wife. Boom. Okay. Anyway, I'm just seeing some issue here with the. The issue is actually that I have a script called looking at game object, which is looking all the time at what that current player that I have selected is looking at. And that script doesn't really have to run, I guess, on all the clients. You know, all the other players in the game. Anyway, I'll just make a note for myself to try and disable that and see what that makes. Disable looking at game objects. I think we could. I think that will actually cause some other issues. But anyway, so it was actually that thing. Boom, boom. Let's close it down. Boom. Okay. So let me commit this. Fix this one. Fix this. So let's see here. Oh, by the way, Amnesty, is Amnesty here still? Did you check the update if it's better now with the lighting thing? This one, okay, here. So fix this bug. So that was lovely. One bug down, boom. Perfect. Yeah, then we have some other low-hanging fruits that we don't need all these other clients for. We can just go with this one. And it's a very, very tiny one. But in the main menu, that what's new link currently goes to the multiplayer post, but it's not that new anymore. So I'm actually thinking I will change the. Let me show you here. I will change the what's new because I actually like having that item in the game. I think it makes good sense, really. I know we have the change log or the news. I don't know if we need both really, but let's see. Let me show you. So anyway, what I wanted to do was to have this one, you know, so that what's new menu item goes to this list. So you actually get the latest updates instead of just opening up the multiplayer one. So I'm just gonna update that quickly. It's very, very easy. Oh, it should be, oh, it is here. Just go up here and then we go down here and then I take this link and then I put it in here. Boom, problem solved. So let's see. Now in here in Unity, it most likely doesn't open up in this Steam overview because that's not always running in Unity. So in that case, it will just open up in the browser. But when the game is actually running normally, it will pop up in the Steam overlay if that's enabled. Okay, I'm at work, so I can't. Okay, you can check it. Okay. But the German town map. Oh, so the latest version of the German town map. We can do that, yeah. We can do that. Let me just check this one here. Oh, man, come on. Sometimes when you start it up in Unity, the mouse is not working. It's weird too. Witch doctor. Okay, let's see. So I'm clicking here. Okay. Yeah, okay. Okay, sometimes the Steam overlay loads a little weird in Unity, as you can see. Damn it. But it actually do work. It's just a matter of it being weird in Unity, inside Unity. So let me just check this one in. change the what's to the update list. So, so that was a minor one. So what were you saying? Should we try and build? Let me just close these clones here because they're just eating up memory and stuff. So let's see. So the German map, the German town map. Yeah, I'm pulling it down now. I can see there's like 9 changes. Okay, yeah, let's try it. So let me just open it up. And this one. So what I'm just for everybody else, what I'm opening up now is actually the modders project, like Amnesty, Kelusa, and Gonako's project of the German town. So I'm just gonna open up that project in Unity and then build it here locally so I can test out the latest changes that Amnesty made. So yeah, it's much faster to load now because it's much smaller, also easier to download. Again, this version is not pushed to the workshop yet, but and FPS is much better too. Okay, cool. But maybe we should just for comparison, let's try it in here. Now that we are here in a live stream, so let me, because the performance needs to be compared, you know, because the problem in Unity is always worse than when you're playing the actual game. When I'm doing it here, the FPS is lower, the loading time is longer, because it needs to run a lot of other stuff outside the game, you know, all the Unity stuff. So so in a moment, when it's open up this one, then I wait with building it. Then let us try to open up the German town from the workshop, and then afterwards try with the version that the latest version from this build that the guys have made. Yeah, exactly. You'll push it out once this version of the game goes out. Yeah, makes sense. Because now they tweaked it. Amnesty and the other guys tweaked the lighting and the look of these maps against this latest version that we have on the private branch that you guys don't have access to yet. So they will push it out once this one goes out to everybody, because else it might look weird. I don't think we have a video about the strobe effect. Isn't there a... there's actually no strobe rocket ones here. Okay, there's no template for the strobe rocket. But strobe effect is basically just... You can just do it as many flashes after each other, like a flash, 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 flash. That's how I think that's how the one in the game is made. And then you of course need to have a sound that kind of matches it. Yeah, Wish Melton there. Go to my Discord and then you can ask people in there. There is a section in the Fireworks Mania workshop section. There is a one called modding channel. Yeah, exactly, where you can create kind of a forum post asking for that. So, okay, so let's do a quick comparison test, because the game actually shows how long it took to load, but you can see that in a moment. Okay, cool. Cool, you have control. I've also made some, I don't know if you have seen the latest video I've made of where I show how to create, or a way to create various effects, because there is many ways to do it. Okay, so let's try and find the German. I maybe have it already. Okay, it's already there. So the German town. So that's the one from the workshop. So there's this one. And let's clear all mods. We need the better graphics mod, else Amnesty can't handle it. So better graphics mod. Okay, that's the only one. So let's start it now and let's see how long it takes to load. And let's see the FPS when we get into the map. And then afterwards, I'm unsubscribing from the version that is currently in the workshop, and then I'm building the latest version that the guys have made that will be pushed in a while, and then we can see how faster it's loading and how better the FPS is. Cool Firestar, yes. Yeah, and it's not like it, I created these videos, where I'm basically just sitting and explaining how I would approach making these effects myself, and it is a matter of trial and error all the time. Of course, the more you do it, you kind of know what the different modules do and you have an idea of how to get to that effect. But the same effect can be done in various ways, actually. But it's not illegal to make your own videos. So you guys, if you have a YouTube channel, you can also make videos where you sit 10 minutes and explaining how you made some effect. Because I guess these questions are coming up a lot. So I think there's a lot of people who want to see videos like that. And then you can share it in the Discord, so people can learn from it. And you don't have to be an expert. I'm not. I'm not at all. It's just a matter of trying it out. Trial and error. That's it. That's how you learn. Yeah. The BMG things are basically just post-processing effects, and I will do it. But because we have the better graphics mod, I'm not in a rush to add them to the game. I'd rather spend my time on some other stuff that Gonako can't make. Again, this way we get more stuff quicker. But eventually it should be in the game, of course. It is just setting of the settings of the post-processing effects. And again, with the new UI that we have, we can have a lot more settings, because now we have these sections to the left, and we have, I can just show you here. So now we have these ones over here. So we can have many categories of settings, and then I don't know if we have one that is the controls maybe. As you can see, all of these sections here can be endless long, really, because there's a scroll here. And the old UI was just put in the middle, and there was no way of having more than what could be in the middle of the screen. But this UI here can expand with many more settings. So like graphics, we just expand that with all these settings like auto exposure, blah, 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 blah. I say just because it's not just. But eventually I can do that. Now, UI-wise, I have the room for it. So that's kind of nice. Okay, anyway, so let's, I have to go in here because I don't want to... Normally when I'm streaming and then when I'm doing mods, I'm limiting my... that's weird, actually. But that's in Unity. It's always super weird with this. But anyway, I'm always limiting my FPS to 60 when I'm developing. And when I'm streaming, because the game doesn't have to run, super fast, and it takes a lot of resources. But I will do it now so we can better compare. So now you can see it gets to like, you can see it for the chat. Let's see, can I remove the chat? Where can I remove the chat? This one. Yes. Okay. So you can see, just looking straight ahead, we get 150. And also, let's look here in the, damn it. Okay. So that's one of the things. So this is the version that is currently in the workshop. And I don't remember that we have so many errors loading that one up. But anyway, so 120, 100, between 100 and 120, 150, you know, looking around here. So that's how it is right now in the current one that is in the workshop, and it looks like this. To be honest, I actually like the look of this. You know, for me it doesn't have to be that dark as the dark modders want, but anyway, I think it looks fine. But around 100 FPS, and let's then. Normally I would be able to see the time in the console here. It's actually writing, you know, how long time it took to load. It will say in the bottom, but because there's so many errors, that part is no longer in the console, and therefore we have to go to the Unity console to see it, because it must be down here somewhere. There we go. So loaded map, Amnesty's Germantown in 2 minutes and 32. So let's remember that. Just right here. Let me do like this. So we have it in chat. Boom. So let's now stop the game. That's good. Oh, damn it. Let's now go over here and let's see the Germantown map, build file size, yada yada yada. Yep. So let's see if we can build. So now I'm building that mod because I have access to Amnesty's mod here, and now I'm building that mod to my local folder so I can load it up. But while I do that, let me go in here and unsubscribe from the mod we have from the workshop, just to make it easier to figure out. Does it take 15 minutes? I don't think so. Not anymore. Now it will take a little longer because I'm also starting up the game, but so let's go in here and let's find the German one. See, this is the UI I talked about earlier. The workshop UI here. I don't like it. It doesn't look very good. It doesn't work very good. It works like, you see when I click here, the whole game freezes. What's up with that? And in Unity, it's a lot. Anyway, so let's unsubscribe from this one. Gee, that's also freaking freezing. So now we don't have it anymore. Okay, let's stop here. And then let's build it. So now the mod is building. And then let's try again. So 2.5 minutes loading before. So what should we, when we get into the new version, Amnesty, what should we look at? Have you made the windows shine too in this one? Like in the other one? You should add a perfectly round ball made of gold and 8 snowmans to your game. Make it so you can defeat them. A round ball made of gold and 8 snowmans. What's that reference? I don't get that. Yeah, it might take a little longer to build here for me because I'm streaming and recording, and also I started up the game here before. So, oops, we have a follower. Thank you, Wisterypentel1. Thank you for the following. Okay, so the game has, the mod has been built. We can take a look here. It's now 250 megabytes. Let's start up the game. And I'll keep everything the same. You know, I keep this one open so it's a fair comparison, because this was also open when we tested the other one. Is it illegal to take assets from other games and use them? It's not commercial. No, it's not illegal, I guess. Unless you get, you know, permission to do it from that other game. Okay, so now we start again. We have better graphics mod on, and now the reason it's blue now is because it's coming from the local mods folder, and that's the Amnesty German map here. So let's see. No one will be... Okay, so all buildings have that now. Okay. Let's see. Oh, that was a little quicker. So open up the console here. We see it's not filled with errors anymore. That's nice. And it took... okay, okay, that's it. 18 seconds. We forgot before to look at the memory usage, but the memory usage cannot be used really because in the real build it's much lower than this. But we could have compared it to here. But anyway, let's do it like this. Okay, so we see it's much faster to load, at least a lot. We also see, you know, the houses are shining now. I don't see that much better FPS actually. It's the same, I would say. But it was pretty good anyway, you know, already. Again, remember I'm in Unity here, so it's also running Unity. I'm also streaming, I'm also recording. But anyway, compared to the other one, it's actually maybe a little less than before. But that glow from the windows looks super cozy. Very nice, very nice. Let's see, it's on, yep. So that's on. I'm still in doubt if okay, it is better now with this adjust. I think it should maybe be less bright or less intensive and then have the range even further, because I don't think in real life you would have such a sharp edge here. But anyway, it looks much better than before. Wow. And I don't see any white in the top here. Very nice. That's crazy. 2.5 minutes down to 18, and that's inside Unity. So if I built the game and ran it there, it would be faster. Wow. It just shows how much, and it's not two, but it shows how much the modders actually have to do with the loading time in the game. It's the same map. It even looks better now and have the same performance, and it loads like crazy amount faster. I don't even know how much it is in percentage, but it's a lot. 2.5 minutes down to 18 seconds. It's a lot. Are you developing a game? Yeah, I'm developing. It's actually out, but I'm working on update. It's called Fireworks MANIA. I should actually have that one in the bottom here. I forgot that. How is it? Bottom bar text. Boom. Yes. I forgot that. What am I working on? Yeah, just put it like that. Boom. Anyway, I can hear it's dinner time now, so I'll end the stream now. But we got a little bug fix. I got gave you a little update on. If you didn't see the live stream from the beginning, you can go back to the beginning. I actually get a little kind of roughly roadmap what I think I will do in this year. I don't want to. I'm not going to do all the stuff I said, but that is the stuff I will be working on together with some other stuff, of course. But yeah, a little brighter. I think I would release this version once this version of the game is out, Amnesty, and then hear what people say to it, or share screenshots and ask people what they think. But it can be hard to actually see in a screenshot how it actually feels. So yeah, So, but very nice, 2.5 minutes to 18 seconds. That's crazy. But again, it just shows how big of an impact the modders have, and how important it is that the mods are optimized. And that's also why I'm trying to do videos to help you guys do it as good as possible. So yeah, but I have to go. It's dinner time, and we had 1.5 hours live stream, and I haven't been streaming for 4 months or something like that. But it was good to be back. Yeah, talk to you and see you in the next one. Bye.